Fear. It grips you in silence, controls your decisions, and limits the life you're meant to live. But what if I told you that the greatest philosophers in history, warriors, emperors, and exiles, faced fear head-on and left behind a blueprint to destroy it? These men weren't superhuman. They just understood something most of us forget. Fear is not an enemy outside of you. It's a reaction inside of you. And through Stoic wisdom, you can learn to master it. In this video, we're diving deep into 6 powerful Stoic teachings that will help you overcome fear and take back control of your life. These timeless lessons, pulled from the writings and experiences of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, are more relevant today than ever before. If you've ever felt paralyzed by anxiety, held back by self-doubt, or crushed under the weight of what-ifs, this is the video you need. Stay with me, because the insights you're about to hear could permanently change the way you face fear. And if you find value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss more life-changing Stoic wisdom. Fear is not something we are born with in its complex form. It is something we learn, shape, feed, and ultimately submit to. But we can also unlearn it. The Stoics, the ancient warriors of mind and soul, saw fear not as an obstacle to be avoided, but as a signal to be examined and transcended. They didn't conquer fear by denying it existed, but by understanding its roots and reconfiguring their relationship with it. To them, fear was not an external threat. It was a judgment, an opinion, a distortion of the truth. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In this one sentence lies a lifetime of freedom. Think of the fears that have held you back: fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. Now ask yourself, did those fears come from the world, or from how you imagined the world would respond to you? Stoicism teaches us that events are neutral. It is our interpretation, our judgment, that creates fear. When you internalize this, fear starts to lose its grip. Life doesn't suddenly become easy or safe, but your response to it becomes grounded and unshakable. The first Stoic lesson to internalize is that fear is a story you tell yourself, and stories can be rewritten. Epictetus, a man born into slavery who rose to become one of the most respected philosophers in history, understood this deeply. He taught that our power lies in our perceptions. You may not be able to control what happens, but you can absolutely control how you interpret it. When you shift from seeing fear as a predator to seeing it as a teacher, everything changes. Fear no longer becomes a dead end. It becomes a doorway. You begin to ask, what is this fear trying to show me about myself? What belief lies underneath it that I can now challenge? Instead of running from fear, the Stoics teach us to turn toward it, to look it in the face and say, "You will not dictate my life." One of the most liberating Stoic practices is the exercise of premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. This practice involves vividly imagining the worst-case scenario. At first glance, this may sound counterproductive. Why would we dwell on what could go wrong? But this practice has nothing to do with pessimism. It is about clarity. When you name your fears, when you stare down the very thing you've been avoiding, it shrinks. Most fear is exaggerated by avoidance. By visualizing the worst that could happen and realizing you could endure it, you rob fear of its exaggerated power. Seneca put it simply, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." He was right. The things we dread are almost always less severe than we picture them to be. This is a vital turning point, because once you understand that most of your fear is self-generated, you begin to see how much unnecessary suffering you've been carrying. The Stoics weren't trying to eliminate emotion. They were trying to eliminate unnecessary suffering. They wanted to live in truth. And the truth is, you are more capable than you realize. You've already survived moments you thought would break you. You've faced losses, failures, disappointments, and you're still standing. What does that say about you? It says that fear lied, and it will keep lying until you stop believing it. Another powerful Stoic teaching is to focus only on what you can control. This simple principle, when truly applied, is one of the most fear-destroying philosophies you will ever practice. Most of our fears come from trying to control things that are beyond us, what people think of us, how events will unfold, whether we'll succeed or fail. The Stoics tell us, none of that is up to you. What is up to you is your character, your effort, your choices. That's it. The moment you let go of the illusion of control and focus on what truly belongs to you, your mind, your actions, you become free. Fear thrives in the space between you and the outcome you want. But when you close that space by focusing only on your response, fear starts to disappear. There's a kind of quiet confidence that comes from living this way. You stop chasing guarantees. You stop needing things to go your way to feel secure. Instead, you build inner security, a mind that is trained to respond rather than react, to endure rather than escape, to choose virtue over comfort. Marcus Aurelius led armies in war, ruled an empire, and faced unimaginable losses. Yet he returned again and again to one idea. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That strength is what defeats fear, not by force, but by clarity,